So this is going to be my Tales of Wind PVE tier list, and I'm just going to try to give a general overview of why I'm putting each class in this tier, but I'm not going to give like super in-depth things. I might make more in-depth videos on it later, but for now, it might not happen. So I'm not 100% sure on that though. Anyway, I'm going to start off with the biggest Pyro versus Asura debate, and put Pyro in S tier as Pyro is the highest DPS in the game, with 100% uptime Stigma 2, as well as good transforms. Pyro just doesn't get beat in that sense. But for Asura is the best DPS in the game if you're free to play, because Asura makes up for a lot of the free to play missed stats, as the normal attack gives crit damage, and Asura has the highest base crit in the game. The next S tier is Frostweaver, because Frostweaver Stigma 2 is the same as Pyro's. It's very OP, as well as the fact that Frost's end attack gives plus 30% damage, and if you have good transforms in this class, it's just insane. But if you don't have the good transforms in Stigma 2, then it's still below Asura. The next S tier class is Priest, because Priest is just very valuable in all PvE content. So for A tier, Ranger goes to A tier, because the problem with Ranger is their warm-out skill does not give damage. Although their Stigma 2 is the same as Mage, so it's really good. And overall, Ranger is still a really good DPS and very consistent. The next one is Kensei, which Kensei has the highest damaging warm-out skill in the game, and their overall skill set and utility is really good for survival and damage, so they can do good DPS and good survivability as well. Next is Ninja, and Ninja goes in the D tier, because overall Ninja PvE damage is just not that good. Then Sewer class goes to Paladin, because Paladin used to be useful in PvE, but now there's just no merit in having a Paladin in your team. It can't hold aggro anymore and it doesn't do damage, so it's not very useful. Next is Summoner, and Summoner has its own tier because Summoner is actually a really good DPS, at least B tier DPS. But the cat always dies, which means Summoner will never be able to reach its full DPS potential. And then C tier is Berserker, because Berserker Stigma 1 and 2 actually give damage percent, which are really good. They have the same stigma as Kensei. And then finally, Twin Star being B tier, because they have Coercion in their Awakened tree, as well as the fact that one of their moves gives 15% damage, I believe.